The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Levitt. Unloads to the wideout. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Udo. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Sun Devils! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the ground with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fierce the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started from the 29. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got the quick pass. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Quickly complete. At the 45, on his way. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Udo. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
The RPO, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the gun on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Udo. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Udo. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Here's the handoff. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The Sun Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Michigan. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got the quick completion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Back to pass, it's Levin. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
And the Sun Devils are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the right. This is intercepted along the sidelines, but no, he's out of bounds. It's just an incomplete pass. Very fortunate turn of events for the offense. The Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Let's go. Right. Single.
The option look. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires left. It's caught. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
It's so hard to get to quarterbacks when they get the ball out of their hands this fast. Great job understanding what the defense is doing, right away assessing, hitting the corner route right off the jump.
On his feet at the 40. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And all that matters is he got the 1st down. It doesn't matter how. Do I love those plays on short yardage type situations? I don't necessarily, but they fooled the defense enough, and the reverse works, and he gets the 1st down.
He's got his man. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Off play action. Moving away from pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Grabbed over the middle. It's McClain. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Going up top again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll take another shot here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Fires to the right. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Tyson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rates, some revolutions on that one.
You want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
This quarterback needs to stay true to his mechanics. He just sort of heaved it up off the back foot.
And these mechanics are crazy. You see all these quarterbacks on the field with towels before games and doing that little salsa thing that you see quarterbacks with their hips, popping through. But it makes sense because you have to have that good, strong base underneath you. Otherwise, you start to sail that football and miss your target.
To throw, it's Levitt. This time it's complete. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the game, and they move the sticks.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the game.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Buys a little extra time. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I love the vision on the quarterback by this defense. Dude, you know that ball's going to come out pretty quick down here on the goal-to-go situation. They break on the football, and they make sure they swat it down so the offensive guy can't make it.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! Quick strike through the air for the score.
There's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab, it's Marshall. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Klein. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Defense in press coverage. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Catch and stride inside the 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. It's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Arizona State.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. Oh, they're after him. Complete to the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy I can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team now.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. That's caught. It's Klein. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
To the air, it's Underwood. Working that left side now. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Quick handoff. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Now the play fake. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got to strike somewhere, you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into. And when he caught it, making him feel you.
On third down, going up top. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
On the ground, it's Haynes. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Haynes. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. They want to continue this long drive. 9th play coming. It's 3rd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Under fire. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And man, that didn't miss by much, but I do like the effort by the receiver. You can tell he's trying to get those toes in, trying to dance a little bit, but he couldn't get there. The ball was just a little bit too wide near the sideline.
Shoots it to the left. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
To the air, it's Underwood. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Here's a heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's McCulley. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
That's reeled in. It's McCulley. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
To the air, it's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed in the middle, it's McCulley. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Pulls it and fires to the left. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
After the score, they need this two-point conversion to tie. He'll set up to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Lets it fly. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, Please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
I think this team knew coming in today they needed to be able to run the football, and they were going to have to get some of that production from the quarterback, and he just broke off his longest run of the game so far. That was critical for his confidence, for this offense.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Levin. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Michigan! The defense putting points on the board.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. Now remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves, but what a play.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Tyson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going for it all. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
They'll run it from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Klein.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Wolverines. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Under fire. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going up top here late in the game. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And that is another first down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
He put some heat on that one down the middle. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be
and that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got it. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Man, I just love how tight ends are used nowadays. They don't just line them up on the line anymore and say, go play ball. Move him all over the field. He can catch the football. He's a matchup nightmare. Continue to exploit him. Continue to move him around. That's why that dude has over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Offense getting set for first down. They'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
It's a nice job by the defense turning the page. You just gave up an explosive play. Now you got to come right back with tempo. And a nice job in the back end covering to force that incompletion.
Wants to go up top. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballman.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents evenly matched.